Hello, Stampers. I've got an adorable little card for you today. This one is using, it's a free stamp set from the Celebration brochure from Stampin' Up. The celebration is going on. It's an event that's going on through the end of February 2024. So make sure you pick this up. You're going to want it this summer for sure. It's just so cute with all the watermelons. So this is called Watercolor Melons. And it's called that because when you stamp these out, they look like they've been watercolored. It's just so cute. So we're going to take that set. And oh, I wanted to mention, all you need to do is order $50 worth of product and you get this stamp set free. It's just one of the items that you can pick out. There's many. So there's that. And we have thoughtful expressions that we're going to take our sentiment from, and it has a coordinating die set with it. So I'm using the bundle today. And look at the coordinating dies. Look at all those dies. So it has the coordinating dies that cut the image out of the stamp set, but then it has all of these great layering dies. And we're going to be using one of these layering dies and one of these layering dies for our project today. So we're going to get started, and we're going to go ahead and I'm going to tell you about, I cut this piece out here, and I used the second to the largest, so I used this one here for this piece, so it's the second to the largest, and I just thought I'd make it just the cutest little plate, and it makes this really little, I don't know what you call this, with the little, it looks like it's been sewn around the edge. It's really cute. So we're going to be using that. I cut that out of basic white using a Stampin' Cut emboss machine. And I just thought it looked like an old-fashioned plate. What do you think? So we're going to take a 2-inch circle punch, and I punched that circle punch out of a double layer of Post-it note, and I cut it out as much as I could out of the sticky part of the Post-it note. And this is how we're going to get this ring here in our project to make it look like a plate. So we have that, and I just centered that circled up and in the center of that die. And then I'm going to take some smoky slate ink here and a blending brush. And I really focusing on getting some ink on the tip of this blending brush here. And then I'm just going to do a little circular motion and kind of catch the edge around that little Post-it note mask there, so that we can get a little definition for our little center of our plate. And just make sure you hold your little Post-it note down a bit, just so it doesn't flip up on you. And you just have to go around it, and you don't need much. I mean, there's barely any on there, but it gives you that definition. So it makes it look like a plate. So there is our plate. And then we're going to work on our watermelons here. And I'm going to grab out a piece of paper. This is just a scrap piece of basic white. And I'm going to stamp our melons out. And I'm going to stamp, let's see, let's stamp the rind first. And I have this piece, and it looks like the rind when you stamp it. I love that it does all the shading itself. You don't have to do any coloring or anything. And it makes like, let's turn our paper this way. So I'm just going to stamp it once here. See how it does the green, and it has a lighter version on the inside, like a watermelon rind does. It's darker on the outside, lighter on the inside. This is Old Olive ink that I'm using. So we have that done. And then I'm going to take a Melon Mambo here. This is what I'm going to stamp the actual watermelon part with. I'm stamping this one. This one has like a bite out of it. I'm going to stamp it first, just lining it up with the rind there, giving it a stamp. Isn't that cute? Now, if you want it darker, just give it another stamp. You can see right through this. And see, you can make it darker. I like the darker version. Okay, that's the one with a bite out. And then I'm going to stamp another one here. This one here, it doesn't have the bite. It's a little shorter too. I'm going to stamp it also. So one stamp there, and I'm going to stamp it again. Get it a little darker. And there are our two pieces. Now I'm just going to fussy cut these out. Super simple to cut out. So I'm just going to go around them. This one's got a little bit more you have to do just because you're going around that little bite mark in the inside there. But it's still fairly simple to do. And there. And then just, there's our first piece. And then this one I'm going to cut out also. And they need some seeds on them too. So I got those cut out. I just used my paper snips to do that with. And I have the little seeds. This one has 3 on it, 3 seeds. I'm just going to take some Memento Tuxedo Black here. And there we go. Now we got our seeds in our watermelon. So simple. Okay. So we have those 2 pieces done. I'm going to set them aside too. And then I die cut. I just use this as like a little placemat. And I die cut the largest piece out of our die set here. The Thoughtful Expressions die set. And I die cut that out of basic black using the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So we have that piece. We're just moving right along. Then I have a piece of Melon Mambo. And this is 1 inch by 5 1/4. So I'm going to set that aside with our pile there. And then I actually cut 2 of these. I cut 2 pieces of grainy apple green. All the dimensions for this card are down below this video. You don't have to worry about getting them here. You can check them out down there, and then all the links to the products are down there also. But this is grainy apple green, and I cut 2 of these, and it's 4 by 5 1/4. One will go inside, so we're going to set that aside to go inside our card. And this one goes on the front of our card. So I want some of the bigger watermelons stamped on the front of this. So here's our big watermelon. I'm using Old Olive. I think this looks really good on this grainy apple green. I'm just going to stamp it here and there. I don't worry so much about this part right here, just because that's where all of our plate is going to go. And I'm just stamping this around. Little there. I think that's good. Okay, so we have that done. That was easy. Makes a good background for this. And then I just want our sentiment stamped. So I'm going to take a Memento Tuxedo Black, and I have the sentiment, and it comes straight out of that Thoughtful Expression stamp set. This is a beautiful stamp set. I just love this hummingbird. Very pretty, but I'm going to use this sentiment here. I like that it has 2 fonts. It says "Enjoy Your Day." So I'm just going to ink this up with Memento Tuxedo Black. There we go. Got that on there. And now we're ready to start putting things together. So I'm going to grab that Melon Mambo strip. Remember, this is 1 inch by 5 1/4. And I'm going to put it on my cardstock here. I'm just going to use my multi-purpose glue. This is going on a little lower than half here because we don't want to cover our sentiment up when we put our plate and stuff on. There we go. And I'm going to put some ribbon on. This gingham ribbon, oh my gosh, it's been one of my favorites. So it's the black and white gingham. I think out of all the ribbons, this is the one I've used the most. I'm just going to take a length of it a little bigger than my panel is. And I want it to go right through that Melon Mambo, and I'm just going to turn this over. I'm going to use mini glue dots here. I just want to tack those ends down at the back. Just takes one per side. Make sure you smush that ribbon down into those glue dots pretty good to have it hold well. And now I'm just going to add this to my card front, and I have a basic white card base here. It's 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. Then I folded it in half to create my quarter card. And I'm just going to add this to the front. I'm just gluing this on. I'm not popping it up or anything. Just going to center it up on the front of my card base. Looking cute already. Doesn't that just scream summertime? I'm telling you, you're going to want this set for the summer. Okay, so we have those pieces. And now I'm just going to put these together. I have my little black placemat. And I have my plate here. And I'm just going to put some glue in the center of it and then adhere it in the middle of this black piece. I'm going to try to center it up on that. There we go. And then I'm going to add my watermelon pieces. And I'm going to glue down my little one first. I want it on the bottom so that you can see when we put that second one on that you can see the part where the bite comes out of it. I think that's just super cute. Okay, and then I'm going to add this on here. There's our little watermelon on the plate. And then I'm just going to pop these up on the front. So I'm just going to add some Stampin' Dimensionals to the top and the bottom of this black piece. Because our ribbon is kind of bulky and it's going to go right through the middle of that. So I didn't want to put any Stampin' Dimensionals there. Doesn't this just want to make you go have a picnic? Okay, so I'm going to add this on. I kind of stamped my sentiment a little low, so I'm just going to go low with this. You know, just work around things. There we go. And then I just need another piece of ribbon. I probably should have stamped that a little higher, so just think about that when you're doing yours. And I'm just going to tie a piece of ribbon on here. I'll take another piece and just slide it under that first one and give it a tie. Then we can just trim these. And there is the front of our card. I think that ribbon just makes it. Then for the inside, I'm just going to add that other granny apple green. Now this would make a perfect birthday card, I think. So I'm just going to add this inside. You can stamp happy birthday or whatever on it. Leaving mine blank for now. I'm not sure what I'm going to put on it. I like to have a whole stash of cards. I can just stamp the sentiment on the inside of it when I know what I'm going to use it for. So there is our finished card. Here's my original. And thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this project, and then it gives you some ideas on how to use this cute watercolor melon stamp set. Toodles!